What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken. Today, guys, we are here to talk about some new Steelbooks from LIONSGATE Limited. We have got the Third Man 4K Steelbook, and we have got your next 4K Steelbook. So I'm going to be unboxing and showcasing these, also going over some of the contents here. I did watch The Third Man on 4K, so I'll be able to give my thoughts on the 4K restoration and transfer. But both of these are basically US versions of UK editions that were already available. I know that Your Next, the second sight edition, came out last August, I want to say, and The Third Man, I feel like, has been out for a year or so. But yeah, these have other editions over in the UK, so this is basically like the US version of it. LIONSGATE has the rights in the US, and they decided to put out these nice premium boutique editions, 4K Steelbook editions here in the States. So both of these are available on the LIONSGATE Limited website. I will link them down below, and I think both of these are still available now. So LIONSGATE Limited, guys, look, regardless of how you feel about it, they're here to stay. Now, LIONSGATE's still putting Steelbooks up on Amazon, but LIONSGATE Limited, they are really going for that super premium experience, and that is reflected, very much reflected in the price point as well. The Your Next 4K Steelbook is $40, and the Third Man 4K Steelbook is $50. So this one's $49.99. But this one, guys, look, this is like, I think this is the chunkiest LIONSGATE Steelbook that they've ever done, because there's a booklet shoved inside here as well. So this is a little bit different and possibly maybe a little bit more worth the cost because of what's included here. But before we get into it, guys, like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications for all future videos, and let's just go ahead and get into it, guys. Let's start with the Third Man Steelbook right here. Beautiful, gorgeous artwork on this one. I think this is one of the nicest, like, Steelbooks artwork wise that they've ever done. Like, I love this one. Look at this thing, guys. So you got Orson Welles right there on the cover, and I thought he was the director of this film, but he did not direct this film. Let me see who directed this film real quick, if I can find it. Produced and directed by Carol Reed. So I'm not too familiar with the filmography of Carol Reed. This movie came out in 1949, and I enjoyed it. I thought this was a good movie. It didn't knock my socks off, but it's a really enjoyable, engaging film noir film. This one had been hyped up like to the moon for me. I'll say this, like, it felt like Citizen Kane, just with like all the really like cool, unique like camera angles and stuff. So I don't know like how much of that, like, if Orson Welles like influenced Carol Reed at all in making this film. Again, I don't know too much about like this era in particular of filmmaking and all these film noirs that came out, so I can't like really speak to it, but I enjoyed the film. It was an engaging mystery that just kept unfolding as it went, and I thought it had a very satisfying conclusion to it. But yeah, the cinematography was like really incredible. Like, that's the thing I was most taken by with this film. I also thought the 4K looked freaking incredible. I love black and white in 4K, and this does have Dolby Vision and HDR10, and I thought it looked extraordinary. Now I'm assuming that this has the same 4K restoration that the Studio Canal version had. I am just assuming that. Usually when LIONSGATE brings them over, I mean, it said Studio Canal when I booted it up. So again, I'm sure that it's going to be the exact same restoration that Studio Canal has done overseas. So if you've got that version overseas, you probably don't need this, because I don't think that there's anything extra here. And also, like, when it comes to the special features, there is an audio commentary, and there's all kinds of really good, solid special features on the Blu-ray. A lot of them have to do with the restoration itself. There's a really good one that features Martin Scorsese's, I think it's a filmmaker's influence, and then you got Restoring the Third Man, Shadowing the Third Man. So yeah, really good features, but again, I think all of those features are on the Studio Canal version. I don't think there's anything new to this LIONSGATE Limited Steelbook. But yeah, really good movie. The restoration was just spectacular. Like, I love seeing these older like black and white films in 4K. I just think they look extraordinary. And you combine that with just the direction style, the look of the film, Just the way it was shot, some of the camera angles, the use of shadows. Like, I thought it was an extraordinary 4K. I thought it looked absolutely fantastic. But yeah, let me show you the front right here. Just, again, incredible artwork on this one. We'll flip it to the back. You got some scenes from the movie. And yeah, like I said, guys, just the cinematography in this is enough to warrant a watch for sure. I'll zoom in if you guys can see the specs and special features. Let's take it out of the slip cover. And on the inside, guys, I don't know if all this stuff was this is the same stuff that was in the Studio Canal version, because the Studio Canal version, I think, is a bigger like box set release. So this may be the same book that's inside that. It may not be. But yeah, you show the front, show the back. You got some cool stuff on the inside, some writings about the film. But yeah, it's really cool that I don't think they've ever done anything like this where they put a book in there and then made the slipcover like a little bit bigger. But the actual steelbook itself is freaking fantastic. I love the steelbook. You flip it to the back, freaking awesome. Just showing some great scenes from the movie. And on the inside, you have the 4K and you have the Blu-ray discs. Let me pop out this extra stuff. All kinds of extra stuff in here, guys. We'll pop out the disc and I'll show you the interior artwork as well. But you got some nice cards in here. The Third Man poster. Bam. I think that was a passport. And these are some of because the main character is a writer. I think this is some of the covers of some of his stuff. Oklahoma Kid. So really cool stuff in there. And then you got you do have a digital code as well, of course. And then you got a nice little poster inside here of the Third Man. So some really cool additions in this steelbook. A little out of the ordinary for Lionsgate. They don't usually have all this extra stuff in their packages, which again might be why it's a little bit higher than the usual Lionsgate steelbook. Then you got some more interior artwork right there. But overall, guys, fantastic presentation. Like, I know the price point is high, but I think that Studio Canal box set version was like $70 or $80. So this is still a cheaper version of that one that came out overseas in the UK. Or if you're in the UK, it came out in your country. But anyway, it's a cheaper alternative at the end of the day. And I think it does have a lot of it has the same special features, but I think it has a lot of the same stuff that was inside that box set release as well, with the art cards and the booklet and the poster and all that stuff. So overall, I think this is a really good set right here. Really good presentation. The movie's really good. The 4K is good. It's a nice packaged steelbook release, and I'm happy to have it in the collection. Again, I'll link this stuff down below, guys. These are available now. They were available as of February the 28th. Now let's go ahead and get into your next. Now this is one of my favorite horror movies. Like a year ago, I had one Blu-ray of this, just regular standard Blu-ray in a Blu-ray case. Nothing wrong with Blu-ray. I did a video recently about Blu-ray. It's okay to just have a regular Blu-ray of a movie you love. But I was like, when are we going to get some freaking like awesome editions of Your Next? And in the past year, guys, we got this nice Second Sight 4K edition. We got this nice, beautiful Lionsgate Blu-ray steelbook that came out last year. And then we're getting this 4K steelbook from Lionsgate as well. So we've got all kinds of Your Next, guys. We got more Your Next editions than we can handle. But yeah, I freaking love this movie. It is one of my favorite horror films of, I mean, the last 15 years. This movie came out. I think it was made in 2011, but didn't get distributed until 2013. But basically, guys, this is the same thing as the Third Man. This is a little bit of a less expensive version of this Second Sight edition, because this was $50 when it came out. That came out last year, but it's basically the same thing. This has all the same features that is on this Second Sight 4K. So Lionsgate actually collaborated with Second Sight to get these special features on this edition. So, and I think it's an hour-long conversation with Simon Barrett and Adam Wingard, which was a great feature. I reviewed this last year on the channel, so if you want to see my full thoughts, go check out that review. So that's a great interview and feature in and of itself, but there's also 5 additional ones that are all like 10 to 15 minutes long. You got the producers, you got other actors that were in the film, some spectacular special features on that Second Sight edition, and they're all on this Lionsgate limited Steelbook. So that in and of itself, I know it's $40. I know it's $40, and that sucks, guys. I get it. I'm going to hear it in the comment section below. I get it, but $40, and you're giving us a nice premium Steelbook with the movie on 4K, also the Blu-ray, and you got all the incredible special features that came out on the second sight edition, which was $50. And, you know, if you're importing it, could be $55, $60 by the time you get it here. So for me, like the price is fair to get this, especially like, look, if you got the second sight edition, you have no reason to get this. Same with the Third Man. If you got the Studio Canal, you got no reason to get these other than maybe you love the film and you want another edition of it. But it's just cool that they have all the same features inside this Steelbook that was present in the second sight edition. I just think that's awesome. It's not simply an upgrade over the Blu-ray that just has all the old, like, recycled archival special features from Lionsgate. They actually worked to get the second sight stuff over here, which I just think is super cool and awesome. I would love it if they did that with It Follows, because that's another movie. I would say It Follows, You're Next, and The Descent. Those are like some of my favorite horror films of the past like 20 years. And I would love it because there's been rumblings of The Descent getting a 4K, and I'm hoping it's from Lionsgate Limited and it gets a nice Steelbook. I would love for Second Sight to do that one as well, though. But It Follows, I think they could do the same thing. They could put out a nice Steelbook of It Follows, and they could put all the Second Sight features because that had some incredible features on it as well. But yeah, let's get into unboxing this bad boy. The restoration, the 4K on Your Next is extraordinary. It's a fantastic 4K of the movie. But like I said, the special features, which like there's like over 2 hours, guys, of like new special features and interviews, and they're great. Like they're not phoning it in. They're great interviews. Like I love the one with Simon Barrett and Adam Wingard. There's a new audio commentary in here as well with both of them also. But really cool, guys. Right here you got Your Next, Blood, which kind of mimics the beginning of the film where they write it on the window, which is very cool. You got the goat mask behind it, which we'll show off here in a second. You got the family portrait on the back. You got the synopsis up there. You got some other, you got the casting list, special features, specs, and all that stuff at the bottom. Take it out. I'm going to show y'all something cool. And somebody like pointed this out to me, I think on a live stream the other night, and I did it. But you take off the slipcover, see, and I'll show off the Steelbook again. You got the goat image right there. I just dropped the damn slipcover on the ground. You flip it around, so you got the portrait. Let me show y'all something cool. All right, real quick. You guys are going to want to see this. All right, you put this on here, and I'm going to zoom back a little bit because I don't want you to see, if you haven't seen it, I don't want you to see who the killer is. But basically, when you put this over top, it reveals who the killers are because they're not covered in blood. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, you can reverse this around and show the back and put the goat mask face on the back. So very cool. I'll show off the Steelbook again. We'll open it up. And on the inside, guys, you got a digital code. You got some cool disc art right there. We'll take the discs out. So yeah, on this one, you don't have art cards. You don't have a booklet. But again, this one's $40, whereas the Third Man is $50. And on the inside, you got some other cool stuff as well. I would have loved because I like Second Sight because it's got a nice, like, front and center picture of Sharni Vincent. Is that how you, Vincent? I think it's Vincent, how you pronounce her name. But I would have loved for her to be a little bit more front and center on this Steelbook. I don't feel like she's really a focus on this Steelbook. But maybe it's because we already have a couple editions where she's on it. She's on the cover of the Lionsgate Steelbook that came out last year. And this one's just a Blu-ray Steelbook, by the way, in case you're wondering. That one was a bloody, disgusting Steelbook that came out last year. But yeah, guys, this is a great Steelbook. It's a great 4K. I love the fact that they included all the special features from other editions right here for the Third Man and Your Next. I think that makes them more worth it in a way that look, I love Kill Bill. I didn't think those 4Ks were that great, and those didn't have any new special features at all. These at least have like incredible new special features that were on, other editions, but if you don't have those, then they are going to be new to you. And Jackie Brown didn't have anything new as well. So I think as far as like Lionsgate Limited, like these may be the most worth it additions that they've released so far, in my opinion. But yeah, guys, just wanted to do that quick like review and showcase of both of those editions. They are available now if you are interested in them. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications for all future videos, and we'll see you next time.